Sorry, my cat is asleep underneath my covers. I don't know if you can, he's under here. Where's he at? Let's see if we can see him. There he is. And he's been snoring. What are you doing under there? His brother's on the other side, but. So if you guys hear any weird noises, it's that one. He snores. But, oh, excuse me, nose is running. How are you guys doing? I'm sitting on my bedroom floor. I'm actually really excited about it because it's not cluttered for the first time in years. And there's so much room and it's just so calming for me. So I've just been chilling. As you can see behind me, the walls are still brown on this side. I haven't finished priming the walls because, oh geez, it is such, I don't remember when I painted these walls brown, it being such a task, but good Lord, it is. So I got to get it done. I want to get it done this week because I go back to work in 10 days and I want to get the walls painted before I go back to work, but I'll get there. It's just, I've been working on other things, but I had to get the room cleaned out to get access to the walls and so I don't get paint everywhere. So I'm making progress, but I'm so excited to get back into normalcy, normal routines and everything like that. While I was cleaning everything out, I found my little notebook deal, and in here I have all of my stuff, my papers, my writings from when I was inpatient back in March. And I have my letter that I wrote to my old self. And then one of our activities one day was to pick a mantra. And I went through and I highlighted 8 of them that I liked. But I remember the one I made for my little keychain deal was this one, when it says, when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. And then as I was going through reading some of these other ones that I highlighted, it really fits with the last 10 weeks of my life. So be a warrior, not a worrier. I can and I will. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. I'm thankful for my struggle because without it, I wouldn't have stumbled across my strength. Positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. Sometimes putting yourself first isn't selfish, but necessary. The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. And so that just kind of gave me some reassurance of the last 10 weeks were meant to happen. Usually when we get around the holidays, I get a little, I think they call it like the seasonal depression. What we've discovered over the last 10 weeks is having like some PTSD issues. September's a bad month, October's a bad month, November's a bad month, December's a bad month. And what I mean by that is there's just events that happen where subconsciously my mind is like remembering it. And a lot of things have happened over the past year and I am struggling still with a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, a lot of hate. And I think a lot of that comes from just being frustrated because for once in my life, I wish I could just have that full closure, but I know I'm not going to get that. And that's okay. I realize now everything that has happened was meant to happen the way it was. Otherwise, I would just be continuing in this cycle and never get better. And so I have to keep reminding myself that I have gotten better, I'm getting better, and will continue to get better, and not to dwell on all of that. To put it frankly, PTSD is a bitch. Crazy thing is I dealt with it for 10 years without ever being diagnosed with it and didn't know about it. And now that I do, I can recognize when I'm starting to have those triggers, and it sucks. Some of the flashbacks I have, it's usually always dreams. Like, it always interrupts my sleep. And here lately, I have been having mild flashbacks. They're like in a different form, like, of the dream, but they're nothing like what they were before. They are very, very mild. They're not as, like, emotionally charged. I wake up like I'm not in a panic. I'm not in any pain. It's just I wake up and I'm like, oh, that was kind of weird. It like manifests itself differently now, but after realizing that it was okay to just, I kind of put everything else on hold and just took this time to just clear my mind, my brain, and focus on me. So I'm looking forward to getting back into the gym, because I haven't been able to go over the last month because finances or whatnot. I couldn't afford it, gas-wise, whatnot. But now that I'm going back to work, I will start getting back into it this weekend. I'm so excited for that, because that is really one of the places that I go when I feel my mind getting overwhelmed, or I feel the depression coming on, or the anxiety. There's just something about being at the gym and being able to kind of work through all of that, you know, while you're listening to music. Music is so powerful. It's one of the biggest things that's helped me survive everything my entire life, which is why I know so much about music, because that's where I kind of disappear to whenever I start to struggle. But I am just ready to get back into a routine and get back into the plans that I had, you know, sharing my journey or whatnot. And I know, like I said the other day in the other video, I've been kind of MIA and radio silent. It's just, I just needed to take that time to make sure I really got my head on straight and just kind of got back into the groove of things. And so I binge watched Hoarders. I binge watched My 600-Pound Life. The other night I stayed up till 4 a.m, binge watching Judge Judy online. Chicago PD, Chicago Fire. I've been watching NCIS New Orleans. Like, just me kind of disconnecting from the outside world, kind of like it was when I was inpatient. Just not worrying about everything else going on around me. Just having faith that it would work out and just taking care of myself. And sometimes that's what you have to do. And especially when I know certain dates are coming up, or certain events are, you know, are coming up, and I start to see I'm getting restless, or I'm having the weird dreams, and I know it's kind of my subconscious is like trying to trick me or whatnot. I really start to try to refocus my mind. And I've said it all along, because if you know my history, you know how I used to deal with things, which was really, really bad, but be productive, not destructive, which is why I worked so much on my house, getting things cleaned and going through stuff. And because truth be told, if you ever watched Hoarders, you know it's like a mental disorder, but I was borderline hoarder. Like, if you were to put me on a 1 to 10 scale, I was lower, like probably at a 3, but after I watched a lot of those episodes and heard those people talk about, you know, why they lived in the conditions they lived in, I was like, it clicked. I was like, I get it. Sorry, there's a fly. Those little fur butts would get up, they'd get it. Because I felt worthless. Like I had no purpose, no meaning, so that's what I surrounded myself with. And now I know I'm worth something. I know I have meaning. And so now I'm trying to, it's kind of like a new me. So I'm trying to just kind of rid all the negativity or bad energy or whatever, just like revamp everything to the new me, since we're not living in the past anymore. And so this is literally the best I've ever felt, the most clear-minded I've ever been, the happiest I have ever been in my entire life. And I am so thankful that I had the opportunity to get this taken care of. Because if things didn't happen the way they did, I would still be in the same boat I've been in for the last 13 years. And, you know, they talk about sometimes you have to lose everything, you know, to realize what you have and to really see the bigger picture. Not really what I'm trying to say, but my train of thought just crashed and burned. I'm sorry. But, I'm just still dealing with those internal battles where so badly I just want the closure that I need, feel like I need, and I know I'm not going to get. But that's why I go to therapy, and that's why the therapist is helping me, and that's why we listen to music, because that helps us to channel all those girl emotions. But I hope to get back on track with everything and to continue to do these, and because I have so much I want to share, so much that I've learned. All of this stuff I want to share with everybody because it helped me, and I know I'm not the only one struggling. I know there's so many out there, and I love when people reach out and they share, you know, their struggles, their journeys. I'm not happy they're struggling. Don't get me wrong. The fact that it's opening up more of a dialogue for people to speak openly about it. And that's how we break that stigma. This month is really hard because this month, last year, we lost a really good mentor. And that's something that, you know, everybody is remembering right now. And it's something I will never forget, mainly because of the events that week that led up to it. But just knowing that, you know, the conversation's happening and people are not afraid to speak out anymore and they're not being judged. And I love that because it means we're slowly making progress. And right now, you know, I've been kind of running around like a chicken with my head cut off because I've been a little restless lately, anxious to get back to work, anxious to get regular paycheck. Short term's cool, but it's just not enough when you're living in times like these. But I deal with a little bit of like PTSD from work because 5 years ago, I was bullied and my life was made a living hell at my job by people, and none of those people are there anymore. But since we're transitioning to a new company, you know, there's been a lot of talk of a lot of people are wanting to come back, and so my brain automatically wants to go into fight or flight of, oh my gosh, who are they considering? Who are they going to let come back? Is it going to be these people that, you know, bullied me, made fun of me, made the memes of me, you know, was talking all the crap or whatnot? Like, it sent me into a full panic mode. And I reached out to one of my supervisors. I was like, please tell me that they are like looking over everything and all these people that caused all this like won't be back. And I have to bring myself back down to earth and one thing at a time. Like I always say, when it comes to stuff like that, you know, the positive always shines, the truth always comes out. And I have to remind myself we don't have to panic like that. Good always overcomes evil, lightness always overcomes dark, and positive always overcomes negative. And so I think people will be surprised when I get back because I'll be a lot more pleasant to be around. I think that's probably going to be the biggest shocker because I'm a happy human being now. And it's the greatest feeling in the world considering how I've felt for so long. But I'm excited. I'm excited to show everybody once I get the house the way I want it to, one thing at a time. And I'm excited to share all my like ideas and encouragement and everything else to everybody to hopefully bring some encouragement to them and to help them through their struggles. So we're getting there. So excited. Till next time.